The Enable program is about expanding access and providing a pathway for primarily undergraduate students to have access to training in biomedical informatics, particularly in areas concerning data science and analytics and user interface design and visualization. And we created the program um, mainly to provide a way for attracting students that otherwise may not consider health informatics as a potential uh, career pathway because it's a relatively new area, an emerging area. Not many universities have programs in that field. We've learned a lot, starting with how we describe and explain the program to students, and the fact that this is an experience that even if they don't choose to come into health informatics eventually, the types of knowledge that they gain from learning about data science and visualization and interface design is likely to be helpful in other contexts and other disciplines as well. The mechanics of how we deliver that program and who the instructors are, the content, what are the tools and resources they need to have some experience with. I think we've done better this time, even in terms of the sequencing of content and making sure that we create a way that the more basic sort of software tools and technologies are exposed early on, and later they become relevant in the context of the health informatics problems we use in the courses. And I think finally, in terms of how we aggregate materials and content and lectures and PowerPoint slides and software and resources and how we deliver those. So I'm very excited to say that we now are using Jupyter Hub. We are using Jupyter Notebook as a way to provide interactive learning experiences, almost like developing a means where they can treat the online experience as if they're reading an interactive book. So they can see the code, they can see the problem, they can see how to run it, they can interpret the results all in one environment using this Jupyter Hub technology. We're very thankful to NIH as well as United Health Foundation that together are funding this experience. And I think this last part is likely to have a lot of benefit beyond just this bootcamp because we are collaborating with other universities where we plan to share these resources. So Yale University is one of them, and University of Buffalo is the other, our closest partner. And they are actually developing similar things for their students and their campus that we plan to exchange and eventually actually aggregate in one place, which will then serve our own students that have gone through the program, but maybe other students that are interested in learning about this area. Undergraduates are increasingly very, very interested in these sorts of areas where combination of informatics, IT, data science, but also in context of domains, in context of specific STEM disciplines. Learning in that context is, I think, is where undergraduates are very excited to engage in. It is a natural thing for us to expand this beyond the summer. I think what we're hoping to do is to start with maybe an undergraduate minor or an undergraduate certification in digital health or health IT, and then see if there's enough demand and interest. We can then grow that maybe to someday even have a degree, undergraduate degree in digital health. But I think we want to do this incrementally, step by step. The other aspiration we have is because we are doing this with a lot of technology infrastructure build up, the Jupyter Hub technology, for example, that I mentioned, my aspiration is to have this available, open, and in a way that we can link it to online education.